This video will go over the instructions on what to submit for your resume. So in the content here, you're going to be looking at your professional resume and finding 3 jobs. And that's what these are here. The resume part of this is pretty easy, or self-explanatory, I should say. You're going to create that resume. But again, you might never have done this before, and so you're not really sure where to start. You can start here with some of these videos to see exactly what to write, but that doesn't always make you feel successful and let you know what you're doing. Another tool I like to do is to just go to Google and type in resume and then look at images. And I can now look at all these different resume examples that exist on the internet. And what this does at this like far away level here where we can see all of them is I'm going to start to see things that I just kind of find aesthetically pleasing, that I think is going to work for me as far as how I want to represent myself. And I'm looking at this resume right here as kind of just this big blocky bunch of text. And I'm not really liking that. So I think I'm going to avoid something like this. But I'm also looking at something like this one, and there's a lot of like little things going on. I'm not really sure what these boxes really mean. It looks more like a web page than it does a resume, and that doesn't really work for me either. So I might want to avoid this as well and find something that's a little bit in the middle. And so for me, something in the middle might be something like this, where I've got, we got those little boxes again, but they're kind of out of the way. Maybe here as well, right? It feels a little bit better for me. I might choose to go this route. And there's some thoughts about doing this because this looks good on paper. And if a human being actually looks at it, it might look really well. But if you're just feeding it into the computer, to be honest, that original one that we saw right here might be better because then they're using algorithms to try to match keywords. So there's a lot of things to think about with this. One resource that you have if you're really kind of like, I need to sit down with somebody, is the Career Center. And if you come down here to where all these videos are, I have a link here to the Career Center, or you can just Google Career Center at Texas Tech, and it'll take you to this page. Here we've got this professional writing, document writing service. You can click there. It's got a ton of different resources that you have. Or you can come down to the bottom and schedule some time to meet with somebody during their hours of operation in order to get the resume that you need. So go ahead and take those resources. Try it yourself if you want. Use these resources, whatever you need to do to be successful. After you have your resume, you might not even know what to put in your resume. And that's where I recommend starting possibly with finding a job. So if you go to any of these sites here, and this is not all of them, you can always find more sites on Google, but this will help you get a good start. And let's say we go to Indeed, for example, it looks like this. And I'm looking for a job in Lubbock, Texas. Now, my background is in editing and visual effects, so I might want to find video editor as a job, and I'll click enter and I'll click search. And this will give you a different results if you look at it whenever you look at it because it's current. And it'll show me here that video production specialist at Bahama Bucks is looking for someone full-time, a social media creator. These aren't really hitting video editing, but they might include something with video editing. So I might say, okay, you know what? Video production specialist at Bahama Bucks is something that's for me. I'm going to actually look at the requirements. What are they looking for? They're looking for someone to write, to edit, the qualifications. These are the kinds of things that I'm going to start to talk about or write about inside of my resume. I'm going to put in there that I have so much experience with writing, so much experience with editing. I've got some we're in my special skills area. Maybe I'm a motivated person with a passion in video editing. Those kinds of things to kind of speak to these. So study what is being in the actual document here, that what they're asking for, and then tailor your resume to this a little bit, or at least include those things that are factual and true, right, about this. And this will help you get a good idea. Now, once you're done, I want you to take this URL right here. Let's say we found this job, copy and paste this into the actual thing down here. And so there was one job that I found. Well, I'm going to use another site to find another job and another one to find another job. I found 3 that I can apply for right now that I'm about ready to graduate. And then when you're done with that, you're going to take your resume, save it, bring it in. Also, click on the little add button here, go to local files, come down to your resume, wherever There it is. Click open, attach your resume to here. If you need to make it resized, resize it. Now you'll have 3 plus your resume. Click submit, go back in and make sure that you've actually submitted it, because if you can see it, I can see it. And then you are ready to start to go on your journey and finding those jobs or even applying for those jobs. So take some time with this. It might take a little bit of time to create. It's one of the longer ones on your end to be able to create. And I look forward to seeing all the awesome things and how well you look on paper so that you can start getting those interviews. Send me an email, set up some time to talk with me if you have to, if you want to talk about anything about this assignment. Be happy to help you, give you some direction, some feedback. And again, look forward to seeing all the awesome things that you put down on paper. Thanks.